I got these. Yeah, I got them. Hey, it's your girl Faith with the Seafood Makeup Streets, and today we're going to use the new NYX Pro Fix Color Correcting Concealer. So let's see what they about to hit on. So I have 4 shades. I have Dark Peach, Natural, Golden, and Apricot. And we're going to use it to color correct the face, under eyes, and use it to conceal. We're going to go into the shade Apricot to get my dark spots, hyperpigmentation. I don't try to get everything, but I do try to get a good amount. Again, this is a very smooth, creamy consistency. So I'm just getting everything. So I actually had to change out my primer here and go back in. I used a cream primer and I had to go back in with a gripping primer because the cream one didn't agree. So I went in with Apricot and Dark Peach to do my under eye and my lip, and then Dark Peach to do the hyperpigmentation spots. And then I blended out the edges with the brush. And then after that, I did go in and set one side with powder, set that color corrector down. And then the other side, I did not set the color corrector down. I went in with the shade Golden. And as you can see, like over my lip, one side looks more pigmented than the other. And that's the side that I had set the color corrector down. And yeah, but this is very, very creamy and pigmented, and it's gorgeous. I went into the shade Natural. Y'all, I think I was really hard on this concealer because I wasn't playing. I was trying to give y'all a real and honest review. But when I look back on the tape, I feel like it looks more full coverage and smoother than I thought. Like in person, I was like, I don't know. But you know how stuff wear on the skin and it looks better. So I blended around the edges, and of course I used the powder puff this time. It's a new technique for me, but we just trying all new stuff today, right? And so then I went in with my foundation and blended everything out and added a little bit more natural to the inner corners just to give a little bit more brightness. And yeah, it looks really pretty. I wish I didn't need to set with powder because yeah, it actually looks very pretty. This is where it picked up a little bit too, under my eye on the side that I didn't set with powder. Okay, so this is the finished look. This is the side that we patted with powder, and then this is the side that we did not set with powder underneath. I feel like it gathered a little bit under the eye at first, but as it went along, it started to settle in, so it wasn't so bad on the side that we set with powder. On the side we didn't set with powder, it didn't gather as much. But when I set it with powder at the end, this is when I knew I didn't explain that right. One side I set the color corrector with powder. The other side I didn't set the color corrector with powder. But both sides were set with powder after concealing. It just seemed like it gathered a little bit and collected in certain spots, like right up in here, if you can see it. Yeah. Also, it feels like it's creasing under my eye. And I just think the fact that it's a stick concealer, it might not, you know, work as well for people who have fine lines under the eye or something like that. But yeah, hubby in the game, y'all know. But yeah, I mean, I think she looks smooth, but there's some gaps here. So it looks like on this side where I didn't set the color corrector with powder, it did disappear. It picked up. Yeah, it picked up. This is the side that I set and it did not pick up as much. We're gonna let it be on at least for a few hours, at least 6 hours. I'll come back. It is, let's see, 3:15. It's 3:15. And so we're gonna see what it's hitting on throughout the day. And yeah. All right, it is 7:49, and I definitely recorded this already, but wasn't in frame. Anyways, 7:49. I said earlier that this might be for people with drier skin, but it's really for people with oily skin, especially underneath. It's a more pigmented consistency, a bit creamier, but it's still a stick consistency, so it's good for oily skin. I have a drier under eye, so I'm finding that it is creasing underneath my eye. Like, I think you can see it, especially if I look up. But anyway, that's what it's hitting on. It's 3.5 hours in. So we'll see. I'm gonna let it, sit on my face some more. It's a powdery finish, so it's hanging in there. I did set it with powder, but it looked like it's set matte. It looked like it's set down matte, and yeah, it's good so far. So far, so good. Hey, I am back. It is 11:05, and yeah, we've had this concealer on, the NYX Pro Fix Color Correcting Concealer, since about 3:15, and yeah, this is what it's giving. It definitely is a matte. So for my girls that's oily, as you can see, like, she's drier. Like I said, it did crease under the eyes a little bit, but that's okay. Other than that, like, I love the wear of this one. It wore very well. Next time I want to try it with a brush, blending it out with a brush, because I blended out with a puff this time, but I want to do it with a brush the next time just to see if there's a little bit of a difference, But yeah, I like the way it wore. It wore very nicely. If you are very, very oily, she's going to be your girl. She's definitely going to be a go-to. We'll give it a shot again. She gets a 7 out of 10. Yeah, so I'll see y'all next time and get this off my face to go to bed. Love y'all. Bye.